Yeah, but specifically Sanders. Why take Miles Sanders as a fourth running back instead of a receiver? So you could have two receivers in that spot. Not saying necessarily that Pittman, Iuka, Mike Williams, but it would give you a spot to have two receivers, knowing that that starting position will be filled, rather than having two bench players, which Miles Sanders essentially is relegated to.
Well, in a way, Joe, that is true. So what you're looking at here is potentially with the Mixon and Sanders, you're looking at, I drafted a bench spot before I filled out my starting lineup.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm worried, like say I wouldn't have taken Taylor there and say I would have taken Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
If I would have taken Derrick Henry or even Chris Olave, let's say, I probably would not have taken Miles Sanders there, and I probably would have taken a guy like Pittman. But I do think that Sanders is a guy that could start in starting lineups. And he's one of those players that is a real enigma for me this year because his situation is different. And he was always playing with a lot of other running backs on the field, including the quarterback. Specifically taking Miles Sanders there, the conversation that I had in my brain was Miles Sanders, Pittman, or Iuka. And Pittman's upside, until we know what that quarterback situation there, is limited. Ayuk's upside is pretty much what we saw last year.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting what he was. And Williams' upside is very much similar in that regard, in saying we don't know which Mike Williams we're going to get this year. We talked about Mike Williams a lot over the course of the last couple of months. And so looking at the crop of players in that pool, Miles Sanders is pretty much on the same bandwidth. And I still think there's a couple decent wide receivers out there, and I'm going to kind of look around, but this is probably where I'm going to take my quarterback maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm probably going to take another wide receiver. Let's see who it is. But when we look at the starting lineup that I have outside of quarterback, the starting lineup is pretty much a starting lineup that I would make regardless of the two tight ends anyway.
Yeah, with Andrews being your flex, it's hard to fight that. Taylor and Jones, no one's going to complain about. Brown and Kirk, a little bit light, but you also backed it up with Deontay Johnson and Cooks, who are both target machines, at least at this point.
All right. Hey, local football flavor fans, this is Bob here. Thanks for watching the episode. If you stayed all the way through, give us a like, subscribe to our channel. We're going to be pumping NFL content to you out through the season. Fantasy football, player news, player information, game content, coaches film. We have it all here at Local Football Flavor. If you want to share your opinion with us, please do so. Give us a comment. Send us an email. Watch a couple of our videos on our YouTube channel to see what we're all about. We want to hear from you. We want to interact with you. So remember, if you were here, watch the whole video. Please join us for the next one.